It's David, and this is the Leveraged Hedge. Let's turn volatility into opportunities. This week, the portfolio was down 0.91%, TQQQ was down 1.08%, QQQ down 0.25%, SPY down 0.50%. Year to date, we're 5.22% versus TQQQ at 6.07%, QQQ at 1.14%, and SPY at pleasure 0.60%. Not great, but controlled. The market's been unusually quiet lately, low volatility, tight ranges, and not much in the way of big swings. That's the main culprit here. Our strategy thrives on movement, and without it, we're just treading water. It's frustrating, but these lulls happen. The good news is they don't last forever, and we're positioned to capitalize when things pick back up. Speaking of TQQ, common wisdom screams that it's not for long-term holding because of volatility decay, that daily rebalancing erodes returns over time. But let's flip that narrative. Holding TQQQ has delivered massive compounded growth, far outpacing what you'd expect from just 3x the Nasdaq's moves. Why? Because volatility decay isn't always a villain. It can work in your favor during trends. Here's a quick example to illustrate. Suppose the underlying QQQ rises 10% for 3 straight days. Start. QQQ at 100, TQQQ at 100, day 1, QQQ to 110, TQQQ to 130. Day 2, QQQ to 121, TQQQ to 169. Day 3, QQQ to 133.10, TQQQ to 219 down 70. QQQ's total gain, plus 33.1%. A naive 3x would suggest plus 99.3% for TQQQ, but thanks to daily compounding, you end up with 119.7%, up more than expected. Now reverse it. QQQ falls 10% for 3 straight days. Start $100. Day 1, QQQ to 90, TQQQ to $70. Day 2, QQQ to 81, TQQQ to $49. Day 3, QQQ to $72.90. Naive 3x, 81.3%, but TQQQ only 65.7%, down less, retaining more value because compounding shrinks losses on a shrinking base. It's highly path dependent. In strong uptrends, gains expand exponentially. In downtrends, losses are mitigated compared to a simple multiple. That brings me to the path of travel. These numbers show just how much ground TQQQ covers in a typical year, often more than 2.58x the starting value in total swings. That's a ton of potential for capturing gains if you're active, but it underscores why buy and hold isn't for the faint of heart. Which leads to the flip side, maximum drawdowns. On average, you're looking at a 36% peak to trough drop sometime during the year, with worse years pushing towards 62%. That's the psychological toll of holding TQQQ long term. Even if the end result is positive, the ride can be brutal. It tests discipline. According to recent surveys, about 1 in 4 Americans are turning to AI for therapy. After this market, I did too. Just kidding. But I did look up something useful. Over the last 10 years, in any rolling 5-day period, TQQQ was down more than 5% about 20% of the time, and up more than 5% about 29%. Over 1 month, it was down more than 10% about 18% of the time, but up more than 10% nearly 40%. This quiet grind, it's the exception. Volatility isn't gone, it's resting. We're positioned for its return. Forward this to someone who could benefit. Let's build our wealth together slowly and smartly. For entertainment only, not financial or investment advice.